What we're going to do is we're going to talk about, just going to kiss it up. We're not going to discuss anything new. We're going to go over some definitions. We're going to talk about the business operating system, a tract diagram. Again, you guys are in the BIB program, Business in a Box. The business operating system is what we're offering to businesses to bless them. So we're going to talk about the offerings and overview of how to fulfill them. And then we'll go through some member support stuff at the end. First thing is we have Renee, whose mom's in hospice. So we're just going to take a minute. We're going to pray over that situation. Father, we come to you in Jesus' name, and we just speak your covenant peace over them. We declare wisdom, knowledge, and understanding over her and her family and the support staff. And we just declare that if her mom doesn't know you, that she comes to know you, Father. And thank you for equipping Renee and her family to walk through this in this season with grace and peace and love. And hopefully, Father, it's a homecoming. And we just love you, and we cast all of our cares onto you. Father, if there's something you want Renee to do, show her what it is, Lord. Make it super clear. Otherwise, this is your deal. You handle it. You take care of them. You let them know how much you love them. In Jesus' name. All right. So I heard a story about someone using our Ads AI, and I just thought this was incredible, so I wanted to share it with you real quick. Now, y'all understand there's a lot of applications for an Ads AI app, right? It's not just a chiropractor finding patients. It's not just you finding clients. It's a million different things. So there was a gal who is an elderly lady, I think 72 or 73, never done much at all with any technology, never really been on, I think she had a Facebook profile, never ran ads in her life. And so she was introduced to the app, and she wanted to use it to promote an ebook. So the person setting her up was really concerned. He's thinking, man, she's going to need a lot of help. She's going to need a lot of tech support. And he just thought to himself, I know she's going to call. She's going to ask about it. So he plugged her in on a Monday, and he's like, Tuesday, I know she's going to call. She didn't call Tuesday. She didn't call Wednesday. She didn't call Thursday. Finally, he reached out to her on Friday. He went in and looked in the app, because we have data, and could see that she spent about like $100 on one ad through the week, and then I don't know, $100 and like a total of about $200. But what he couldn't see is he couldn't see what the result was. He could see that the click-through rates were really like extraordinarily good, and you could see all the data looked really good, but he didn't know what the result was. So he called her up and he's like, hey, how's it going? She goes, it's pretty good. He said, well, you know, I'm surprised you didn't call. Like, did you get everything set up okay? She goes, yeah, it was really pretty straightforward. And he goes, so it looks like you spent some money. And she goes, yeah, I think I spent like a couple $100. He goes, okay. He goes, great. He goes, how many, she was selling an ebook. I think I said that. How many ebooks did you sell? She said, I only sold 300-ish, like 287. He was blown away. He goes, oh, he's thinking she sold the ebooks for like, I don't know, a couple bucks. He goes, well, what was your price for them? She goes, I sold them for $35. This gal made about $9 grand off of a $200 investment, never having done this stuff before. So my point in sharing that with you is not that y'all need to go sell ebooks. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the power that you have in your hands to advertise for clients for your business, but also the power that you have in your hands to bless other business owners. If you don't understand that, you got to renew your mind on that. It's revolutionary. Okay. Let's go through some definitions. The BOSS, what's that? That's the business operating system businesses can use to intelligently, profitably, and peacefully scale with AI. Okay. It's like Mac is an OS, Windows is an OS. You have the Android OS, you have the iPhone OS, an operating system. This is the business operating system, AI powered. BIB, Business in a Box, that's building a business income by offering the BOSS AI to business owners. Run-to-One. All Run-to-One is total focus on getting your first client in less than a week by adding value to your network. Y'all know business owners. Y'all know people who know business owners. You just simply offer them a 1-week trial, free trial of the Ads AI, and we run to one. Because once you do that, something shifts in your mindset. Remember the 3 M's: you need a model, which you got, you need a mindset, which you're getting, and you need a mentor, which you got. So run to one is a mindset. Strip out everything, just go take a lot of action, get your first client, and then boom, you'll see some really good stuff happen in your mindset, your confidence. You'll love us, and you'll that vision now will become clearer, right? Foot in the door is simply, remember, each business has 3 systems: attract, invite, delight. The foot in the door is just what we call the attract system to get appointments with qualified prospects to enroll them into the boss. And the boss consists of a number of different AIs, which we're going to go through here in a minute. Okay. And then the business in a box system is identical before and after run to one. Same thing. You're going to be doing the same thing until you hire people to do the thing for you and you start to tear yourself out of the business, out of some of the technical pieces. The only thing different is that after you do run to one with your network, then we suggest investing into the Ads AI platform to find qualified prospects in your chosen vertical. We say, hey, $1,500, you should be good to go, because you just take that seed and then you reinvest. And the reinvestment is the process of taking profits from your business and reinvesting them into the Ads AI to get your business up to that 20 grand a month before eating any of your seed, right? You go make a couple grand, you can go buy, I don't even know what you can buy for a couple grand. Buy some groceries, go out to dinner, buy a new flat screen TV, whatever the heck you can buy for 2 grand. Or you can say, nope, you can delay gratification. The Bible says build your business before you build your house. And you can take that 2 grand, you can drop it back into Ads AI until your calendar is at your capacity. And then boom, you just scale yourself up to 20 grand a month, just like that. Okay. So these are the definitions. And again, you're going to get a copy of this document. So just stay with me, take some notes, but you'll get a copy of this at the end. So let's talk about the Boss Attract system. Okay. And this is, we've been talking about this these last weeks, and none of this is new. We've just put it together in a diagram. So at the top, you have attract, invite, delight, right up here. And let's go through each system. So attract, you have paid ads, network, really just focus on network paid ads. Again, network, who do you know who has a business? Who do you know who knows somebody who has a business? Run to one. And then you can keep pinging your network. Like, why would you stop delivering value to those folks? So keep doing that, but then just take, as soon as you get some money, take it and drop it into paid ads. Or if you got some cash and capital, drop it into paid ads now and do both of these at the same time. Remember, we want to run to one, and then we want to run to 20 grand a month. Once you're making 20 grand a month, it changes a lot of things. So then we attract, invite, and this is the foot in the door, right? And we do a foot in the door with the free trial, demo, that sort of thing. It's all the same thing. It's free trial. And then the invite system involves 2 calls. Okay, we've talked about this. Call 1, call 2. Now, the only thing different than what we've talked about in the past is this 1 week time frame. And I'll explain that to you in a minute, and I'll explain why. So on the first call, we diagnose, right? Real simple. Hey, John. John's a chiropractor. Hey, Johnny, chiropractic. Really good to sync up with you. You know, we have a lot of options here. And if I can ask you a few questions, I can show you how you can leverage AI to get more qualified patients in your chiropractic, in your practice. We talk about the free trial and schedule the follow-up call. Now, this whole diagnostic or discovery, the whole thing involves around capacity or their gap, which we talked about, I believe, 2 weeks ago, the week of Thanksgiving. What's the gap, you might ask? Very simple. The chiropractic office, as an example, I'm not saying go after chiropractors. That office, that business has a certain capacity that they can scale to without having to add more square feet or more people. Make sense? Just type a yes in the chat if that makes sense. So every business has a dormant capacity. They're not redlining. They don't need to get a bigger building. They don't need to add more people. They don't need to buy more stuff. That's their capacity. That's what the diagnostic is all about. How can we help them max out their current asset? How can we help them make as much profit from their current system as possible? Make sense? So you intro, you do some discovery, you say, hey, based on our conversation, Johnny, I'm going to use underwater basket weaving as an example now, because I don't want you to all think chiropractors is the key. It's not. So Johnny, underwater basket business, based on our call, man, we can definitely help you hit that capacity. That's actually pretty easy with AI. So here's what I propose. Let's get you set up with a free trial. We'll help you run the Ads AI app for the next week. All you do is pay for the ads. So we'll talk about how much that is. Could be as low as $100, and we'll get you a bunch of qualified leads. In the meantime, Johnny, I'm going to send you over some additional AI apps and plugins that I think will help you hit your goal of $500,000 a year with your underwater basket weaving business that I think will make sense based on our conversation. So the only thing I ask is that when I send it over to you, you either do the demo or you watch a quick, short, little 3-minute video. Is that agreeable to you, Johnny? Yes, no, whatever. Okay. Book the call, get them plugged into the demo, and that's it. Then throughout the week, and we'll help you with this, like eventually you'll be able to do this on your own, but at the beginning, we'll just give you some of these resources. And we drop some information on the different pieces of the BOSS, the business operating system, which are, there's voice AI, there's conversational or voice, same thing. There's data AI, there's a quick wins playbook. And I'm going to walk through all these, so don't worry. And then there's the text AI. Okay. So you do some marketing to your network, you ping your network, or you run some ads. Get some people interested in getting a demo of an Ads AI system that can help them get qualified leads. You hop on, you do a little intro, you do a little discovery, you ask them a few questions, you identify their capacity, and then you show them how Ads AI can help them hit their capacity. And then you book a follow-up call, and then you seed them or train them or open their eyes, cast the vision, communicate with them, educate them about the power and the capacity of AI. You do it in little drops. They're running the Ads AI, they're getting dropped the other components of the BOSS system, and then you have a follow-up call. And this says 1 week. Josh brought this to our attention, and I appreciate that, Josh, is we want them to run the Ads AI for 1 week, because at the end of a week, there's a pretty significant optimization event that happens behind the scenes. So this 1 week, you could be talking to them Tuesday, but you might be doing the follow-up appointment the following Thursday to give enough time for the week to run. And that's just a function of them. If they have their ads, Facebook assets all set up and it's just a plug and play, well then, they can probably get it done within the week. If they need a day or two to get that stuff set up, then you understand what I'm saying, right? So you want them to be running the demo, the free trial for 1 full week. So now you hop on a follow-up call, right? And along the way, you're like, hey, John, for your underwater basket weaving to hit that goal of 500 grand, here's an AI app that I think will be really helpful to help you get more qualified leads. 3-minute video, again, that we'll create for you for now. And then some of these have actual demo capabilities, right? Like some of you have probably, hopefully, demoed the conversational AI or the voice AI. Did you? Just type a yes in the chat if you've demoed, if part of your process of enrolling was demoing that conversational AI. What did y'all think when you did that? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, 10 being, holy crap, we can do this now? Yeah. Well, that's the experience they'll have. Right? They'll be like, holy crap, you can do this now? So we want them to experience that with the conversational AI, with the data AI, with the quick wins playbook, with the SMS. Okay. So that's happening behind the scenes on autopilot, right? You see how using systems to build businesses is a pretty smart thing to do. The other option is you could spend an hour and a half walking them through all that stuff, talking to them about it, right? While their phone's pinging and their brain's pinging, or we can drip it to them in little bite-sized chunks. It's kind of like a buffet. So now you have a follow-up call, pre-scheduled. Now think about this, y'all. Now you're talking to them. They've experienced the Ads AI platform. They've also either learned about or experienced all these other pieces that could help them with their business. So would you say they're now an educated prospect, a qualified prospect, somebody who's probably pretty excited about capacity, especially because you tied in this AI tool to them hitting their capacity goal? Hey, here's a way that you can hit your goal of 500 grand. Here's something else that will be really helpful for you to hit your 500 grand to make your ad spend more profitable, right? the data AI stuff. And how does that call go? Real simple. Hey, John, really good to visit with you. I enjoyed looking into helping you grow your underwater basket weaving company to 500 grand. First thing is, before we talk about some of those other things, let's just take a look at the leads. Punch 2 buttons. It's going to pull up a list of leads. Because again, what do? What ad structure, what campaign structure, how do we use Ads AI during this 1 week? Type it in the chat. A what? 2 words. First word is free. What's the second word? Giveaway. Giveaway. Remember, the chiropractor is putting together a package that they can do they can advertise a free giveaway because that's their foot in the door. So it could be a $200 gift certificate of chiropractic adjustment. It could be some special glop. It could be some special vitamins. It could be a little book. It could be a big book. It could be a consultation. It could be a gift certificate for a nutritionist, right? So they're going into their local market and they're running ads to this free giveaway. And for somebody to be eligible for the free giveaway, they have to opt in. So they do this for a week. You're going to punch a button.
Fully charged.
There's going to be a list. There's going to be a list of leads of people that have opted in and shown an interest in this free giveaway. So you talk about that. Say, hey, cool. So you invested $100. It looks like you got 57 leads of really high quality prospects. Pretty neat, isn't it? Yeah. Can you see how if we could do that, we could help you move towards hitting your goal of 500 grand? Yeah. Okay, cool. So over the last handful of days, I've sent you over some other things. Walk me through at a high level what you liked and kind of what made sense to you, and start there. What did you think of the data AI? Oh man, that looked really good. That made a lot of sense. What did you think of the conversational AI, the voice AI? Oh my God, I hated that. That was too weird. So if they say they hate conversational AI, do you think you would include that as part of your proposal to help them? Yes or no? Type in the chat. No. You don't walk uphill. Go with the low-hanging fruit. I promise you that after working with them for a month, after them experiencing the benefit of the boss after a month or two, and the media continuing to talk about this, right? Call them up in a couple of months. Hey, we helped you hit your goal of, we moved you from 250 up to 400 grand. I really encourage, let's revisit that conversational AI. You know what? I'm ready. Makes a lot of sense. So you don't arm wrestle with them. You find out what do they like, and then you just talk about the things they liked. How hard is that, y'all? Simple. So you get on the phone with them. Hey, John, great to talk with you again. We're going to talk about how we can help you hit that goal of 500 grand in your underwater basket weaving. Let's talk first about the leads. Let's go ahead and look. Oh, wow, this looks really good, man. You spent 100 grand. We got, or 100 bucks. We got 37 leads. Can you see how generating these leads will help you move towards that goal of 500 grand? Yeah, cool. So I sent you over some other things. We talked about the data AI, the voice AI, the text AI, the quick wins. What of those jumped out at you? What really resonated with you? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, fantastic. Now you put together a proposal. And the proposal is based on what they liked. It includes what they liked. It doesn't include what they didn't like. And it includes everything pointing towards their capacity. John, so based on our visit and our conversation in this feedback of running this data, I really think we can help you hit that 500 grand. And I think we can help you do it with AI and help you do that, peacefully, profitably, and relatively quickly. I've got a couple of options here for you. Would you like me to walk you through them? What do you think a thinking, intelligent person will say? Yes. And then you just pop up the options. And you can do this however you want. You can do a done for them where you just do it all. You make the most money doing it that way. You can do a done with them where you split it down the middle. They do some, you do some. Or you can just, for some of these, not all these that this can be done, but for some of them, it can just be they do it themselves. So that's going to be a function of their comfort with investment. That's why you want to have 3. You're having 3, not so much for the deliverables. You're having 3 so that they can have a choice of what they're willing to invest with you now And again, once they experience a little success, they'll be willing to invest more later. So because you're leading with a very powerful offer to help them get qualified leads, which remember, that's what we talked about the very first week. That's what they all want. All we want to do is establish a relationship, and then we can grow the relationship. We don't need to marry them out the door. I'm totally happy if they want to do it themselves. I'm totally happy charging them a couple $100 a month, and they can just run the ads AI themselves. Fine. I'll take 1 million of those. So we're not arm wrestling. We're not closing. We're not convincing. We're not selling. What are we doing, y'all? Type the word in, begins with an I. I've got it highlighted. We are inviting. Here's your goal. Here's what we can do to help you bridge from point A to point B. Would you like our help? If not, no big deal. I'm going to go talk to all the other underwater basket weavers in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we're going to enroll 10 of them. If you want to be one of the 10, great. If not, your competitors will be. And then we delight them. So we diagnose, we prescribe, and then we board them based on their prescription. We don't force them to do anything they're not wanting to do. And in the same way, y'all, this is a writer-downer. Y'all want to writer down this statement. In the same way, everybody understands what equity is in real estate, right? Type a yes if you understand what equity in real estate is, please. Type a no. Actually, type a no if you don't. Jules, do we have anybody that doesn't understand that? If so, that's fine. Don't feel bad. I'll explain it in 3 seconds, but I don't need to explain it if everybody knows what it is.
Nope. A lot of people are saying yes.
Yep. So in the same way that you build equity in a property, right? So you buy a property, the thing's worth 200 grand. Let's say you use a note leverage to get the thing. So you got a $200,000 note on it. The thing's worth 200 grand. You have zero equity. 10 years down the road, the thing's worth 400 grand, right? And let's say you didn't reduce the loan payment at all. So now you have 400,000 minus your loan of 200,000. You have $200,000 of equity in that property, which is potential. You can convert that into cash potentially. It's not that easy. This is a super simple way. But in the same way that you can build equity into a piece of real estate, you can build equity into these businesses that you're working with. I talked about this before, y'all. If you haven't captured this, again, understand this. Here's what I mean. Day one, this business owner is going to be skittish. Who the heck is these people? What the heck is AI? Day 30, after they've experienced it, they're going to be less skittish because they're seeing and tasting and experiencing the result and the value and the benefit. Do you all understand that? Type in a yes if you do and no if you don't. What that means then is you're building equity, capacity, potential with that business owner. So maybe you see all these things can help them. All these AI pieces can help them, but they see only one. That's okay. Start with one. Guess what? As they experience that one, there's going to be equity that increases, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to listen to these folks about these other things. And then we install the other things. And now they're going to experience the result and be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to listen to these guys about the other things. You see that, right? By the time you're done, they're going to be naming their kids after you. Why? Because for the business owner, and some of you who haven't owned a business yet, you don't understand what the business owner goes through yet. And thankfully, you won't, because you're building a virtual digital business where some of the folks you're working with won't have a virtual digital business. Remember, the virtual business wakes up with low overhead. The physical business wakes up and they have real estate, they have insurance, they have equipment. I don't even know why people would do it. They do it because of lack of knowledge. They don't know they have other options. Day one, they got massive overhead. And so they're running around like chickens with their head cut off. And when you provide solution and value and pressure relief and a prescription that actually heals them, they are welded to you. You have massive relational result-based equity. So what that means is you can call them back in a little while and be like, hey, we talked about this before, but the timing wasn't right. I'd really encourage you to maybe take a look at this. And here's how we could do it, which would be really low risk, really lightweight. What do you think? So it's a service call. And then here's what's cool. So down the road, when new AI capacity comes online, when you call them, you think they're going to answer your call? Yep. So you can introduce them to more stuff. And when we start to have local events, virtual events for businesses to help them work on their business, not in their business. When CBI produces events to help them with leadership management and accountability and hiring and all of the non-AI things that are super important for a business to have viable long-term success, and you let them know, what do you think they're going to, you think they're going to say, yeah, I want to talk to those people and learn from those people that help me hit this goal? Oh, I want to go watch a YouTube video, some moron that I don't even know what they're doing. So you're building relationship equity, relational equity. When we release an offer to help them build wealth, you think they're going to want to listen to what you have to say? Yep. And all these things you'll be participating in the harvest on. So relational equity. That's why we don't want to force them into doing anything. We're going to be the coolest, chillest people they've ever worked with. And we're going to let the AI or the offer do the heavy lifting. So you attract, ping your network. You invite, hey, I'm offering a free trial on this thing. I'd like to schedule a 15-minute demo. During the demo, intro, do a little discovery to find out their capacity. Hey, here's what I recommend. Let's have you run this for a week and we'll follow up. During the week, you're going to drip them different capacity. You're going to educate them. You're going to hop on a week or 10 days later, be like, hey, let's take a look at your leads. Cool. So we sent you some stuff. What'd you think about it? I like this. I like that. I hated this. I hated that. Great. Well, based on your goal of hitting 500 grand a month, I think the leads and the thing you liked A, the thing you like B, will help you to get there. You want to hear a proposal that we can do together to help you hit that goal of 500 grand in your underwater basket weaving business? Yeah, cool. 3 options. We do it totally, all, keep you out of it, get you perfect result day one. We do it together, which means you're going to have the load. We'll just consult you, or you do it yourself, which means you just run with some of the tech. Now, you can't have access to all the tech because some of them we have to do, but you know, Ads AI, you can run that yourself if you like. Which one do you think? Well, how much do they cost? Great. Based on your goal of 500 grand, you should be spending about 20% of that annually on your marketing. So if your goal is 500 grand, then you should be spending 10,000 bucks on marketing minimum, which is about $1,000 a month. So we'd recommend for the third tier, if we're going to run it, we want you to be putting $1,000 a month into the data and the ads, and then you're going to be paying us $2,000 a month to manage all that for you. That's comfortable? You want to do that? No, that's a little high. Great. What would be more comfortable for you? Well, if we could get it all in at 2 grand, then we'd be happy. Cool. Well, to do that, you're going to have to run this. You're going to have to run that. You put $500 a month in the ads. You pay us $1,500 and we'll be off to the races. And then, oh, by the way, Mr. Basket Weaver, entrepreneur, you know, we'll revisit this every month or two. And then as we help you move towards your goal of 500 grand, we can talk about doing some more of these things. How does that sound? You're not in any contracts with us. It's pretty hang loose because, again, if you don't want it, we got a list of all the other underwater basket weavers in Charlotte. Again, we're only releasing 10 of these licenses for this business operating system. So it's no skin off our back if you decide to go in another route. Our goal here is to just help you hit your goal. Anybody can have that conversation. It's the cleanest, lightest, easiest conversation on planet Earth. Okay? So again, you're going to get a copy of this. Let's keep going. So what are the AI offerings within the business operating system? It's, I guess, 1S. I don't even know how to edit this thing. There we go. So the first thing is Ads AI, right? And y'all, hopefully you've experienced that. If you haven't, you should. There's a free link. You can set it up. Sorry. You don't have to be too sharp to do all this stuff. Ads AI, so they can create ads, adjust ad budget better than human. Now, Recapture AI. So we've clarified this a little bit. We were calling this data AI, but there's actually 2 pieces of data AI, and it was a little bit confusing. There's the recapture piece, and then there's the lead gen piece. So to make sure everybody's on the same page, we're now calling these, it's the same system in the background, but we're partitioning it off so it's very clear definition. So the Recapture AI is, again, a bunch of the traffic that hits a website is anonymous. A good website will capture 5 to 7% of the people their information, their email, their phone, whatever they're having them opt into. So that means that like 95% of that is anonymous and is lost. With our ads, with our recapture AI, we can get between 30 to 70% of that anonymous traffic, which means then they're getting more leads for the same spend, or more leads for the same activity if it's non-spend traffic, i.e. organic traffic. Okay? Again, tons of information on this, but the point is that they're spending 10 grand a month and they're getting 1,000 leads. Off of that same spend, they can get 3 to 4 to 5,000 leads simply with the recapture AI. The next is the leads AI. What this is identifies and sources a list of the client's perfect lead. So the example we used is the roofer. We can get the roofer a list of leads in zip codes with certain income levels that have looked to replace or repair the roof within the last week. Pretty powerful list. And they'll still need to market to that, but what do you think they do? They take this leads list and they plug it into the ads AI and they market directly. Or they take this leads list and they plug it into the conversational AI where they call them up. Cool. Next is the voice AI. That's the one you demoed. That's where the thing talks to you. Creepy as heck, but it's the future. So we just got to get over it. And so the value of that is speed to lead. They can now consistently follow up with every single lead 24/7 in 3 to 5 minutes. Massive competitive advantage. And then that thing can warm them up by sending resources, answering FAQs, pre-qualifying leads, and booking calls with the company. So the roofer can pull a list of people in zip codes that make over 100 grand a year, that have good credit, that have looked within the last week or two for a new roof or a replacement or a repair. They can punch it into Facebook, generate ads. They can punch it into the voice AI and can call up, and the thing can say, hey, this is John from ABC Roof Extraordinaire. We're just wondering if you were interested in a 20% off coupon and a free roof estimate. They'll say yes, they'll say no, done. So now what Johnny had to do with ABC Roof Extraordinaire yesterday was he'd have to have people doing this calling. Now he can have a machine doing the calling. And also it can be programmed to recall. So if they say no today, it can say, hey, would you mind if we followed up with you? And they say yes. And they can say, well, when would you like us to follow up? And they can say 3 weeks. And then the system can automatically program to do a follow-up voice call in 3 weeks. All through systems and all through just architecture. Just needs to be set up once. Programmed into the system once and then it just runs. Every new lead that they dump into it does the same cadence. An initial call and then ask for the follow-up and then program and schedule the follow-up, and it just runs. There's no roofer on planet Earth that can compete with somebody that has that system set up. And then text AI, same thing, just through text. And then the fast win system, which again, I'm not going to go through all this because you're going to get a copy of this. And some of you should have seen this because we've kind of talked about it. But what it does is it's designed to plug all the leaks. It's a comprehensive foundational platform for businesses to plug the leaks in their bucket and optimize their 3 R's of reputation, that's the foundation, reach, and then retargeting. So they don't want to spend money on ads if they got a crappy reputation or if they have a absent any reputational system. And then they want to make sure that their retargeting systems are in place, right? So that they're able to kind of follow those people around the internet, and then their reach is they're spending more and investing more into ads. So again, I'm going to actually just pop out of this and show this to you real quick. So again, unlock the power of SMS with a compliant SMS number. A lot of businesses just don't do anything with that. Never miss another callback with the, let me just actually get out of this. There we go. So this is, lots of businesses don't have the ability to send and receive texts. We solve it. 60% of calls to small businesses go unanswered. How ridiculous is that? So we automate firing an SMS back, and this SMS can be plugged into the text AI. They can run their business from their pocket. They have an app that allows these folks to take the business on the go. They can streamline their conversations with social chat consolidation. Managing conversations across all the different chat platforms is crazy. Like, they just don't have time to do that. So we put it all into one inbox. We let them optimize their Google Maps pack with chat, with business chat, which is relatively new, but a lot of businesses don't have it. And if they do, they're not paying attention to it. So it allows the business consumer to search and then, just reach out to the business right there. So we can drop this into that same social chat consolidation. So we can automate all the reputation management. We can also, deploy the auto reply chatbots and FAQs. We can add them a website widget so that when somebody asks a question, they can respond via text and not just the chat, right? Because if they're leaving their computer, we want to be able to still communicate with them. We can help them with CTA forms and then the automated follow-up and follow-through. We can help them with all of their social profiles having link trees, right? Most social profiles, you can put one link. We show them how to put a bunch. And then we can automatically turn new leads into hot leads with the Fast 5, right? So again, speed to lead, right? So we can email, text, phone call, and ringless voicemail and conversational AI within the first 5 minutes. Take a business that's doing those things compared to a business that's not, and it's not even fair, to be honest with you. All right, so let's talk about, so here are the main BOSS business operating system AI offerings: Ads AI, recapture leads, voice, text, fast wins. Well, how do we fulfill that stuff? Real simple. A very important note, outside of the Ads AI, all of the other AIs need to be approved by CBI before implementation with your client, because there are certain prerequisites and systems that need to be in place first. For example, the recapture AI, they got to have a minimum of 10,000 hits per month. Otherwise, it doesn't even make sense talking to them about it. The leads AI, there is a hard cost for the leads AI. So we need to get paid before we're going to generate the list for them. The voice, text, and fast wins, they need to have a CRM set up. Again, that's part of the BOSS, but that needs to be configured before we can turn those things on. And this is another reason why we always start with the Ads AI, because you all, members, can fully control its deployment and use. Okay? So that's kind of where you want to be with that. Now, as far as the fulfillment goes, talked about this. So the Ads AI, you implement, you use the link to get the client set up, and then you email us. I set up Johnny's underwater basket weaving. If we don't have that and we see accounts being set up, we're just going to cancel them, which is going to make you, I don't know if I can say the word moron, but it's not going to make you look very good. So you got to communicate with us. Hey, I set up Johnny's underwater basket weaving. Okay. There's no fixed cost to you for this. We're providing this to you. And then again, we split the harvest. The recapture AI, again, they need to have a certain throughput. So once we sign off on that, then we implement it with you and your client. And the way we do that is through a 15-minute Zoom call with one of our team on with you and your client's tech person, because we need to install some code on their website. Literally takes 5 minutes. It's super fast. During that Zoom, the code is attached and the system is active. Real simple. The leads AI. You will be implementing this with a member and getting clear on their perfect lead. So in the roofing example, it's like, hey, what zip codes do you work in, right? If it's a chiropractor, hey, what age range do you want? What interests do you specialize in? Yoga? Do you specialize in Pilates? And certain target income, certain gender, right? So we get clear, and then we just program that into the leads AI system, and it outputs a list. So you'll get that from your client. You'll share that information with us. We run it through the AI, and we give you back the list that you give back to the client. So that's how that one works. The voice AI, again, you'll be implementing that with a member. We'll be handling the fulfillment on the backside. What we need is a script or a script idea. We need some frequently asked questions. You give that to us. We set it up. We test it. We give it back to you. You can test it, and it's ready for prime time. Text AI, same thing. Fast wins, again, same thing. But we have to have that. We have to have our BOSS software as the foundation underlying all that. Okay. So that's that. I mean, it's just that simple. Okay.